It's Hong Kong's latest tourist hotspot, and for the team who built it, the popularity of the Palace Museum is a welcome reward for years of hard work.
It was regarded as a gift from central government to Hong Kong to support cultural development of Hong Kong. It's the wish of everybody that we should complete and open the projects, that in 5 years to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong SAR.
The museum opened earlier this month, on time and well within budget, but the construction and planning process was far from easy amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
There were travel restrictions, that our curators, that were unable to go to Beijing, discuss with our counterpart in Palace Museum. We need to impose very strict, the anti-COVID measure to ensure the health, safety of all staff working here.
One of the biggest creative challenges was deciding which of the thousands of priceless artifacts at the Palace Museum in Beijing to bring to Hong Kong.
So I think we want to demonstrate, that a full picture of Palace Museum culture. First, we decide the themes of each gallery, and then to select which objects can better tell the story, according to the themes.
Now, many of those artifacts, I think, had never left the Beijing Palace Museum before, so bringing them to Hong Kong must have been quite a challenge.
We are under great pleasure because, that we cannot afford any damage, the loss of these items. So we formulate a very detailed, plan, about the inspection of the objects, packing, their transportation, and also we kept this, the transportation, the shipment is a top secret. We cannot let, the other people knows, when we will bring this object to Hong Kong.
And looking around the museum, I've had the chance to visit myself a couple of times. There's lots of very creative, interactive displays to bring some of the historical artifacts to life. How did you come up with those ideas?
We not only present this, there's the object inside the display case, but how to bring the history, the culture behind the objects, the connecting with the audience, their experience, their interests. So I think that in our exhibition, we widely use multimedia presentations, whether it's audio, interactive, I think that provide, a very, a personal experience, for the visitor to encounter, these art treasures.
Tickets have already sold out for the first 2 months, and the museum's first batch of visitors seem to be making the most of it.
Normally, I think that for other museums in Hong Kong, 1 hour, 2 hours. But in the Hong Kong Palace Museum, most of the visitors spend 3 hours, 4 hours, even 5 hours. So they enjoy very much, that in viewing the objects and also obtain the information, the story behind the objects.
The long-term goal is for the museum to connect Chinese art and culture to a global audience.
We want to help Hong Kong establish itself, as an international art and culture city, forming a bridge, between China and the rest of the world.
As COVID-19 travel restrictions ease, the museum is hoping to become a landmark stop for international tourists to Hong Kong. The challenge in the meantime is keeping up with the local demand. Richard Kimber for CGTN in Hong Kong.